Hi YouTube! I really love PowerApps and the way it makes it possible to transform my ideas into great apps. When I started building PowerApps in the beginning of 2018, I noticed that finding good sources on smart building solutions for PowerApps was very hard. That's why I started making videos of my own, to share the things I learned when working with this great tool to the rest of the community. If you enjoy my video, then subscribe to my channel, so you will get notice when I post other videos. And of course like the video so other people who are trying to learn PowerApps will be able to find them. In case you don't know me, my name is Paul Kroon, and now let's go on to PowerApps to learn some stuff. Okay, welcome back guys to the 6th video of our mobile app template. And this video we gonna clean our app up, so we have just a basic app, and I'm gonna show you how to export this to have a template that you can just take in with every environment you are using or you want to build apps on. So let's go to our screen, and here is our app. And what we have to do first with the num keys, we order it and send it backwards, so it's under the events we having and our events button. Let's see if yes. Now let's go here, and we want to keep the first screen. Maybe we want to keep the second screen, but we want to erase all these screens. Then we have to go in our base layer and then update this a little bit. So let's say select home is gonna be our default. Let's go to here and say let's say when it's 1 or -1, and that's basically because we can't have a match value, so we have to do something in. But now this is returned. Now let's go to the user form and do basically the same. We go to the submit button, and on this button we have our validation, and let's say yeah, we need only to keep 1 just because we can't have none. Simple, let's call this simple. So we keep our structure, but we for the rest we have nothing. Let's go to our exit button. Okay, here this is fine, and then we can erase this ones. Let's rename this to 0 template.1. So when we copy it to another screen, it's gonna be copied to the exit. Okay, this is fine, and this is our template we want to use. Let's see what's going wrong here. Okay, we don't have the NK decimal to 1 for this button, so let's, and that's why it's yelling. But let's go to the exit button and say this should be 0. So we reset it basically that it's not visible, and we only have no decimals. So let's do something on the num key also, and I'm gonna do that here, because now we have this text value, and say if NK decimal is 0, then we want basically the same but without the zeros. And I think we will never have this, so we can just say the value of our NK value, because we ain't gonna have commas or whatever. And just do it always on the same place. So when we have decimal 0 and we don't see it, we see just a number format without zeros, and else we see a number format with zeros. Now let's go to the reset. This is great. This is okay. Okay, it's fine like this. So let's, to be thorough, let's put an extra 0 here. So later on we're gonna name our controls 00, and when we have another group we're gonna call it 1, and then 1, 2, 3, etc. and then 2, and we can carry on with our structure. So let's save this app, publish it, and you have to publish it to be able to export it. Let's now open it one more time, just as normal PowerApps, see if it's working. Okay, we have all the controls. Let's see what it is. Probably it isn't refreshed yet. Let's see how this works. Of course, we have the title to orders, and we see the title, so it's normally that the title is changing here, but there wasn't a group with controls. So let's take this away. And let's say when we have some designs here that we say we don't need the normal teams, but we make our own teams, we could say like, oh, not here, like say this, copy this again, send it to the back, or send it first to the front, and put up on our controls here. So we have a button and we can connect them to our visuals and schema. And then we could say this is our schema .1 and make it design or schema, it doesn't matter. And if we then send it to the back, it's behind our first screen. So it's basically never visible and never to see. And also we can say this should be false. So then we can grab our controls, but we won't see it. So this is for our schema or designs or whatever you want to call it. So we don't need another screen for this. We can just make a layer with all our designs and custom colors and behaviors. Okay, let's Control S once again. Say we want to publish this. Try to open it one more time. See if everything's looking nice. And now we have our app template finished. And now let's go to first close this. So our app isn't running anywhere anymore. Leave the screen and then go to the export package. We can say Power App Template. It's from the environment PowerApps, and we can change it also when we importing it somewhere else, but let's create as new and add comment mobile templates, and let's put it here also, mobile template. So you see there are no data sources in this moment, and we can export or Power App mobile template, and then in the corner here you're gonna see there is a package downloaded. We can load in every environment we want to do that. So basically now we have a template we can reuse every time and build very fast solution on top of that. Okay, we're gonna do that in the next video, because in the next video I'm gonna show you how to make a simple solution in an SQL server. I do that in Azure. I'm gonna make an SQL server just to make some, how do you say it, registration on travel, on a visit, and on some kinds of registrations. And we're gonna build that on top of Azure. And I'm gonna show you how to use views to make your data accessible very easy. Make store procedure to update and change data, and using flow to connect both. So basically we ain't gonna connect to a database if we don't want to. We're gonna do that to be able to use the views, but we aren't gonna connect directly to the tables. Okay, for this is the mobile app template. We are ready with it. So the next video we're gonna do the other things like flow and making great apps, and also showing why events are so important and how you can use them to your benefit. And basically events are gonna bring you centralized formulas, and I think in the October or maybe a little bit after that, there's gonna be the possibility, the feature to make libraries in PowerApps and to use them all over your app. I really think they're gonna add that feature, and then you just have to take the formulas from the controls you have, put them centralized in your library, and then you're off to go. So basically that's gonna keep from copying the same formula over and over and over and over again, that you aren't able to manage everything in your app, basically. Okay, now thanks for watching, and see you hopefully in the next video. This brings us to the end of this video. Again, if you enjoyed this video, then subscribe to my channel and get a notice on other videos I'll be posting. And of course, like and share the video, so other people who want to learn PowerApps will be able to find it and use it in their quest. My name is Paul Kroon, and I hope you learned something today. For now, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.